Having been a longtime wrestling fan, I tune into a lot of wrestling related podcasts here on YouTube. And one of those being Keeping 100, hosted by Conan and Disco Inferno, two legends and veterans of the wrestling game, right? And on one of these shows that I listened to a couple years ago, Conan was talking about how he came up, how he grew up, his time in the military, different times. But he also asked this question, and pardon me for paraphrasing because I can't remember word for word how he phrased it. But he had asked the question, was his generation insensitive or is today's generation too sensitive? Now, being the fact that at the time that he grew up, it was also a time that I was born and grew up as well. Late 70s through the 80s, early to mid 90s, okay? And I had to really think about this. Like, yeah, when you look at the levels of sensitivity, the way how a lot of us was raised growing up, yeah, you call it being insensitive, but in a ways, you also had to toughen up as well. But when it comes to today's generation, I have to say this. Today's generation is entirely too sensitive, overly sensitive about everything under the sun. And I keep asking myself the same question. How, where, and when in the hell did we get to the point to where you can't even tell somebody a simple good morning without them getting mad saying, when you talking about this a good morning for, ain't nothing good about your day. Well, you going to go to McDonald's and go get a Happy Meal. It ain't going to make you happy and run. And looking at Goku and Vegeta's facial expressions right here in this photo that you see is exactly how I feel when it comes to this generation, because there is no way in the world people should be getting their panties in a wad that much about every damn thing out here. Let me give two examples. Let's say me being a caffeine connoisseur, some days I drink Red Bull, some days I drink coffee, some days I drink green tea. But let's say I go, hey, I like Maxwell House coffee. You'll have somebody come out of nowhere saying, so I guess you don't like Folgers then. I guess you think you better than everybody else. Blah, 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 blah. Or if I was to say, you know what? Apples are my favorite fruit. You'll have the same folks say, so I guess you don't like bananas and pears and grapes. You know what? You need to educate yourself. You know what? I'm having a headache right now and blah, 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 blah. And God forbid you post your thoughts and your opinions on social media. Watch them same people to get so mad about everything that they report you to the Facebook police or to the Instagram corrections officers. You get banned from posting for 3 to 4 days, and if you get banned for 30 days, they delete your account. And it makes you go, was it really that serious? I have a better suggestion for all these old, these sensitive people out here. It doesn't cost a damn thing to mind your own business. It's just like flipping through the channels on your TV. If you see something that you don't like, turn the channel. It's just that simple. It's the same way in real life. If you don't like something somebody said, you don't always have to keep putting your 2 cents into every doggone conversation just because you disagree with it. Nothing wrong with you just, shutting the fuck up and not saying anything at all. I mean, part of my language, because I'm trying not to, use a lot of sentence enhancers nowadays, but yeah, just shut the fuck up and just keep it moving. It's just that simple. And for everybody out here that's so sensitive about everything, you better be thick-skinned. Me having been in the military, I'm insensitive to a lot of stuff. And a lot of things I try not to let bother me. It is what it is. But to be sensitive for no reason, there is no call for that at all. It's as simple as just putting a smile on your face, going about your business, and just staying in your own lane. And you'll be a happier person. Just my thoughts, just my opinion. And as always, just saying. Oh yeah, one more thing. Stop being so damn sensitive about everything. Good grief.